To make something with 10 nanometer features on it, it's a real achievement. That's more than 65,000 old computers that I used to work on.
That's a lot of computers.
$50,000 in the trunk.
Fuck off.
Yeah, he's supposed to leave this Mercedes with 50 grand in the trunk. Parked in this little parking lot. Leave it there. Someone had a key and would come get it. He claims he left it there. Somebody must have stolen it. But they weren't buying his story. They fucking killed him.
Off.
They broke his legs and lit him on fire.
They broke his legs?
Yeah.
And lit him on fire?
Yeah.
For $50,000?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, that's when you really know the cost of life is meaningless.
Seriously, don't play with these guys.
Right. It's not even about the money at that point.
It's not about the money. It's about him thinking these guys are that stupid.
Right.
That was crazy, man. He had a wife who was so beautiful, dude. She was fucking gorgeous. They just had a baby, and his wife heard him screaming in the next room when they were doing him. They just let her go. His kids got away. She was fucking severely traumatized.
Why would you be?
I mean,
how could you not be?
A fucking long time after that, she was still fucking very, very fucked up over it. Probably cocaine or some shit.
Cocaine? A side deal?
I don't know. Maybe this thing did get stolen, and he just got fucking screwed.
He got caught in the middle of it. How many thieves are thieves?
These guys probably heard this story enough times. It's like, my dog ate my homework.
Right.
They're fucking tired of hearing that one. My doctor, pain management doctor, he's like, dude, I've heard them all. He goes, they say, the wind just came and blew my Perkins off the windowsill.
Really? You couldn't go get them? You couldn't go outside and pick up the fuckers?
Right. Go outside and pick them up. It's really hard now. I got robbed. I had my prescription for 140 milligram Oxycontin in my wallet. It was worth a lot of money. I couldn't get them replaced.
I just finished this one. Sonny Bentz. I first started, I was never sponsored or like, and really my parents really, like, you know, I have like 3 siblings, so like, they weren't gonna be buying me boards or like, I was just like like a ragamuffin surfer, you know, like kid. And so like I was able to try different boards when I was younger through friends or whatever, and then I peeled off glass with a friend. We took old boards. My dad's friend worked for Beaches and Harbors, and he would bring back all this shit. Like he had boogie boards, he had skim boards, he had these piece of shit boards, or I had a bag of wetsuits one time. Like it was just random. So he brought some like shitty boards, and I peeled the glass off, reshaped it. And this is like in high school, and then I moved to Santa Cruz, and a roommate of mine, he shaped a board on the landing inside our, like just outside the apartment, dust everywhere, and I'm like, and then he's like, yeah man, you should try shaping your own board, you know? I was like, I'm not shaping it on the landing of my apartment, you know? So I ended up coming back here and had a little space to do it. So. It's like how I started, but then, you know, right off the bat, I just started making different types of boards, you know, things that I didn't have when I was younger. Like I don't have a longboard, I'll just make a longboard, you know, or fish style board. I didn't have a fish, I'll make a fish, and then I was like, you know what, maybe make a short, really short one. And so then that's like, I got on these like really short fishes, and I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna do this, why just make like the run-of-the-mill board? Just why not just like make it a little different? And then I saw finless surfing in the 100 something, or at first I came up with this like code, like I had these different symbol code, and I was gonna do like a symbol code for like what number it is. Now I just write like the year, and that's about it. Sincerely Surfboards. The original idea before I even shaped surfboards was sincerely enjoying every day, and that was something I came up with, and then I was thinking sincerely surfboards, you know. I think the overarching idea is sincerely enjoying every day. I think it comes from other things. It's not from doing that. It comes from the time I started, when I was that age, and I felt a certain way of like the determination or the whatever it was. I think that's more of what it is. And then I realized that like, hey, if I finish this board, I can go ride it, you know. And so that's kind of, I think that's what it comes from. It's not really like patience. In some ways it's not patience. It's just like some form of determination, I guess. Or I think I started when I was like 22, about then. And and so at that time I was like, I think I was like figuring out jobs, figuring out school, and I really didn't think of it as like a career. So I kind of wanted to keep it kind of a fun thing for myself. When I first started, I didn't have templates. I would see kind of boards I liked. I'd go around to surf shops and I was just looking at boards, just like, checking them out, like kind of just before I even shaped one. And I just was like seeing what surfboards looked like, I'd cut a template by eye, like whatever, because you can get a nose width, a tail width, a center width, and kind of get that outline. And then you can cut the one side, and then I'd match it. So I would measure like every 3 inches, and I'd put a dot on one side, and then
created your own process almost.
Yeah. So then I took a little bit from that, and I did it mostly myself. I took them to get glassed at a spot that was here, Aquatech, with Scott Anderson or whatever, there's a few people there. When I'd go there, he wouldn't really tell me much. He'd be like, oh, this is cool, oh, do this next time, Yeah, or the glasser, the guy doing the fiberglassing would come out and be like, yeah, next time just like take an hour and really make it look nice, because it probably was kind of rough. So like, but yeah, from there I worked at different places, but I've never really had someone sit me down and be like, hey, this is how you do it. I've just kind of, at my parents' house in the backyard, a little room, I just kind of like took time and trial and error, and then finally figured out some process that actually worked for me, Yeah, I'm still like seasonal, but I just think that, obviously the surf is like, we're not pool lifeguards, so
yeah.
So spending time in the surf does help you, and then as far as making surfboards, yeah, definitely there's definitely a connection to, the time you're spending and thinking about, like, because you're shaping, you're not just sculpting, it's functional, and so you're also thinking about like the way that the board is going to work and how it cuts through the water, and then we have boards that we use to rescue people, so you have to have some kind of know-how as far as
Yeah.
to like navigate the board and
Even get somebody on a board.
get them on. I mean, that's probably the best part is when you write it and then it actually works. Sometimes the shittiest board, like the worst looking board, is what it works good. You know, it works good, or the shittiest glass job. You know, like you put the glass on and it's like it works better than the board that you took everything to make it perfect. And so I don't know. I'm started in the backyard, So like I had a lot of the times like the surfaces weren't that clean. So like it was more about the shape and testing it and writing it than going into like having it sit in a store and people being like, oh man, that's amazing. And then they write it one time and it's dinged and they're like, oh fuck, this is my perfect object is not perfect. You want it to be perfect. If you're making it for somebody else, you really want it. But when it's for yourself, you can kind of be a little more laxed. If the end goal is just writing it, you can sand it to 220 grit or 240 and then just write it. I mean, I like that part of it. I like writing the board, yeah. Yeah, it's about using them and also like, I started and then I kept going with it. You keep building on it and building on it and building on it. Yeah, that's the cool part is writing it, but also just like doing this thing and just like continuously building on, And then I feel sometimes I'm like, maybe I was better in the beginning. Maybe, no, I'm better now, Making your own or doing your own boards, you can kind of like direct yourself and your own enjoyment in a certain direction. You're in control of your own direction. If I'm out there and I'm like, oh, I want like this kind of board because I feel that'll make my experience better. I can just try to whip it up, So yeah, I think that's part of it. It's like not just writing it, but like, and that's kind of how I got into finless surfing. Is that I rode a finless board and then I was like, whoa, finless boards work good for this, or this condition. And I was like, oh, okay, so that's just another thing you can have to, on this kind of day, ride that, and that's what I'm going to do. And it's going to be better than riding a longboard or better than riding this board. So it's kind of directing your own enjoyment is part of it. So I like glassing. I'm not the best glasser. I really just wrap the package just to open it, but I do a good job. And there's a lot of people that do it and they don't surf. That's their job, and like, they do it day in and day out. Yeah, just take it to them. They do a really good job. So that's really the cool part of it too, is like when you end up making something that somebody likes, you know, it's not just your own thing. You're just assisting them in their whole pursuit. It's a collaboration with my sister. Some surfboards I shaped, and then she did the painting on them. My friend was a good example because he came to me with like this idea, that idea, and we put them all together, and we came up with a board that really worked for him. Having proven designs is cool, you know, but also like, you know, just doing the one off for somebody that you're just kind of like the facilitator of their own pursuit. Just like how I am going in there trying to figure something out for myself.
Perspectives piece, thanking the seasons, update, slow down, enjoy the geniuses, published bridges are smiling, a successful serial killer is preying on biased bigotry, and plan oil for the darkness. Sugar dreams, worked on appearance, waiting for fate's flowers. Inspire psyches, enters how naming faith, by playing with their own vices in the ends of prayer. Tainted, detour, and derailed. Even angels get dirty, working for fates, calling spirits learned, talking tough and using you. Got to be real, in our land of us, burning bright ore, souls on parole, all is external, where words fail and actions teach. Getting in trouble is a part of believing, even walking with a cane. Moons manipulate truth for first moments in mystery sightings, dance on reality. Hallelujah.
Welcome to 25. The future is here. And I'm ready to do it. Welcome to another year. Welcome to another Sonics. And I have some like good stuff happening. The sound show happening in February is happening in June. So I have a little bit of time to muster around and play with some ideas because I'm going to be going to it. And there's I might be wrong, but 190 artists. That's a lot of artists. A lot of artists in one place. I'm thinking of that beam. It is a big beam. I'm gonna make this into one of those. But it's not gonna be kind of like that. I wanna do a wood box like that. Might be sweet on top of that. Oh my God. I have to figure what I'm going to make on top of that massive beam. I think I might order up a coil of 3/16 and some quarter, maybe 5/16. Get some beef. That's about that. Right there. That's a quarter. I think I could go a little bit beefier than that and start wrestling with it. I think so. Let me try to do that. That's small, and that thick stuff is unannealed. Might as well just try to, yeah, I can't bend that stuff. And that's a 100-foot sculpture. I could bring that. We'll see. I think I'm gonna have to order some material. I'm gonna do that. Check. I want to find another box to do. I found this. This is a fretboard. I don't know what I'm gonna make. I want to make something cool with that. That's gonna be maybe a slide thing with actual strings. I'm gonna look into that. That's definitely. If I shave these two together, I can make some sort of box. Cut these in half and see where that goes. Weirdness. I just started cutting them until they lined up. I got like 36, 42, 15 degrees, 90. Glue it up and call it the next one. This is a fun part, making stuff that's never been made before. La 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 la.
Yes. I just might as well do them all, I guess, right? Sometimes it just pays not to mess around, just get it done. It's a new year and all. Gentle, gentle. You look like a good side. I love that. Dig it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Doodle-doodle-doodle. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Deep, beep, beep. Ooh, that looks wicked. All right. Next up. I think I'm going to leave you right there. I'm going to get some big things on you. I think it's huge. There we go. All right, I'm going to let that dry. There we go. And this is going to be my next one. I'm doing this. I need to find some legs. Yeah, I'll find some legs. That's one. Yeah, that could be two. One heavy. Yep. I'm going to be playing this thing. There's going to be sonic sculptures on it. I'm going to cut those two bars in half And it's gonna be inclining at a nice, I bet that's gonna look freaking great. I can see it already. Totally. Let's measure these up. 625. 1 inch solid. That's 5/8. That's 1 inch. Some drills. One inch. It's always good to have your salt of the earth and your herbs of the earth handy, you know, just in case you're doing some shop cooking and things get out of hand and you need some flavor. Flavor. All right, I'm gonna mic these up. That's the one. Do a pilot. That's the 1 inch. Just do a nice sharp pilot drill. I don't need those two. All right, there we go. That's it. Ding, ding, ding. D D D D D D D D D D D D D. Alright, I'm gonna measure up and I'm gonna drill these out holes. Ding ding. I'm an asymmetricalist. Things that are too symmetrical seem to be a little preoccupied. What do you think? All right. There's no real thing to it except doing it, right? I mean, that's pretty much everything. I mean, tricks are tricks, but sometimes you just need the power. Now I'm just gonna drill this in the trajectory that I want. And then I'm just gonna slam it in the fucking wood. Shabammer. I want it to go past the end. What? It's always good to have a handy hammer. B, D, 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 D. B, D, E, B, D. I'm sticking with the B, D. Right arm. Sweet. Let's just demantle this. Boom. Gentle, gentle, like a gentleness. Alright. New year, new sounds. Ooh. These are Bob's Forceners. It's always nice using old tools. Yes, that is right. This sand this down a little bit and let's get it going. Well, oh, boom, boom. GG. G, G, G. Every side is a G. UBG. G just goes right there. G for egg. Sits every way. Got some burl, got some tiger, pine, burl, tiger. I don't like that. A little sanding. Get that done. I like this. I like that. That might actually be a really good size. We'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4. This could be the quartet. There you go. All right. Thanks for showing up. Welcome to 25. Stay creative. Peace.